Some welcome news on the nation's trade front. After 3 straight months of decline, Korea's exports bounced back to positive growth in November. However, with a number of uncertainties looming at home and abroad, it's unclear whether this momentum will last. Kim Min-ji reports.
Exports returned to positive territory in November. The Trade Ministry says outbound shipments rose 2.7% last month from a year ago to $45.5 billion. The rebound comes after 3 consecutive months of decline, following a brief turnaround in August, which put an end to 19 straight months of negative growth. Imports also turned positive, spiking more than 10% to $37.5 billion during the same period. With that, the trade surplus came to $8 billion, extending the surplus streak for a 58th straight month.
For both exports and imports, the value is the highest monthly figure since July last year. Won-denominated exports also rose for the first time in 14 months. The rebound is due to a rise in shipments of key export items.
In fact, 11 out of 13 key export items, including semiconductors, petrochemical products, and computers, bounced back for the first time in 31 months, due in part to increased demand as well as a rise in unit prices. On top of that, exports to major markets also posted positive growth. In particular, shipments to China, which account for about a quarter of Korea's exports, rebounded for the first time in almost a year and a half.
All in all, exports have fallen about 7% so far this year. And considering it fell 8% last year, we can't really say they've done better. But what's a relief is that it has been slowly recovering from the start of the year. The big risk factor would be the expansion of protectionist policies from the new U.S. government next year.
But there is also a glint of light. Experts say in the long run, exports could enter an upward trend as the global economy is expected to pick up next year from this year, and the latest decision from OPEC to curb oil production would likely have a positive impact on export prices. Kim Min-ji, Arirang News.